we said that each of the planets move in a certain path, and the path which they move is what we call the orbit. Okay? Yɛka sɛ orbit a fa ne sɛ planets yɛ yɛsua yɛ nyinaa yi, we learned that there are 8 planets. Mercury, Venus, Earth, and the rest. Obiara wɔ ne path a ɔmove. Obiara wɔ ne path a ɔmove. What do I mean by this? If this is the sun, when we were in primary school, we said the sun is used the yellow to draw the sun when we used to do coloring. So look at this. Mount Venetian, Mercury, ɛwɔ ha. Venus, ɛwɔ ha. Earth, ɛwɔ ha. Wahu, obiara wɔ ne kwan a ɔnam so. So wofa wei a, wei second one no ɛnam ne kwan mu. The sun is a star. Nti wei ɛnam ne kwan mu. Mercury nso nam ne kwan mu. Earth nso nam ne kwan mu. The rings, they are the ones we call the orbit. Is that okay? So this is a star. The sun is a star. It's a big star. This is a planet. This is a planet. This is also a planet. Yeah. Indeed, we are orbit. 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 But what does it? Indeed, part na planet a move no. And on your friend orbit no. Part na planet ni move no your friend orbit no. Okay. Good. So we have the definition here. We said that what? An orbit is the path that one body takes about what? Another body. And you can satellite a object be move around. So object that moves around a planet or a star taking a certain orbit or path. Very key term. Yes, so one. Satellite is what? First of all, it's an object. The second point is what? Moves. Qualification of satellite too. And I'm a demo. Moves around a planet or what? Or a star. Okay. It moves around a planet or a star. If anybody be a move around a given planet or a star, taking, it doesn't just move, it has a certain part, it will taking a certain path. So let's take the moon for example and see whether the moon is a satellite or not a satellite. The moon, we know that the earth is a planet, right? The earth is a planet, and we have our earth. The moon, you all know from primary school that the moon moves around the earth 28 days. Now my 1 month. Yes. On it, it move around. So the moon is a satellite with respect to the what? To the earth. The moon is a satellite with respect to the earth. Is that clear? All right. Let's look at the planets. This is the sun. What can you say about the sun? Is it a star or planet? The sun is what? A star. And we know that there are orbits around the sun. And we have 8 other bodies moving around it. And each of the 8 bodies have their own path which they move. So Mercury, Venus, Earth. So we can say that Mercury is a satellite with respect to the Earth, to the what? To the Sun. Venus is a satellite with respect to the what? The Sun. Also, Earth is a satellite with respect to the what? The same thing applies to the other planets. Technically, that is the meaning. But if you go and tell a layman this way, the person will even slap you. But it's true. Right? So that is what the satellite is. Okay. So let me name it orbit and satellite. So when you are naming, this is the orbit. This becomes what? A planet. And this becomes what? A satellite. The moon. That clear. I'm trying to explain the meaning, the definition of orbit and satellite for you. So what can you say about this? This is a star. This is orbit. This is Earth. But it's not just Earth, it's also what? A satellite. A satellite with respect to what? The sun, which is a star. All right. Let's continue with this. And with this, we have two types. We have classifications. Two types of satellite. We have the artificial one and the natural one. Okay. Artificial satellite and natural satellite. Then we have what we call geostationary satellite or synchronous satellite. Say it, geostationary satellite or what? Synchronous satellite. And it is a type of artificial satellite. We shall look at it very soon. Okay. From the name, when we see natural satellite, it is found by nature. It moves either around the Earth or other planets by nature. Okay. So that is that. So the examples are what you have there. These are not enough. There are so many examples. Even the examples I was talking about, you can even see that the planets, all the planets, they are all satellites of the sun. All the 8 planets are satellites of the sun, and they are natural satellites. The 8 planets. So if you want to add it to the examples, you can see that. Okay, let me leave it for now. The 8 planets are all parts. You can even add it to it, or you can leave it. It doesn't change anything. Okay. But note that the 8 planets are all satellites. They are natural satellites. Okay. You can add it to your notes. Now let's look at the differences. But before we look at this, we have, let me pronounce it, Meteors, Comets, Asteroids. They are natural satellites, and typically these ones we find them around the Earth. For example, the Moon. The meteors and the comets, we shall talk about them. So one of them is found between the Mars and the other planets. Okay, so let me be specific here. The Moon, that one we know is the satellite of the Earth. But for the meteors, the comets, and the asteroids, we shall talk about it later on. Let's look at them, their differences. I will send you a video on that so that you watch them. I will send you a link. You watch them and you see what more about them. The meteors are made up of metal, rocks, and minerals. We mun na mpɛn bi ebi yɛsi ebi baba bɛte area la so fa ko nipa mu dwane dam na kɔhyɛ asɔre dɛm meteors na ebi a they are rocks and they are there. Okay, then we have the comets. They are made up of dust and ice. Comets, they move around the sun. But the meteors, you find them everywhere. And you find them in what we call asteroid belts. Asteroid belts. And the similarity is that both of them are natural satellites. Artificial satellite, from the name, it is artificial. So what it means is that it was naturally, intentionally made and launched by a man. Okay, and that is what they use, send it to space, take pictures in space, they mount it in space so that it can take photos in space for us to see. All right. So we have spacecraft, space rocket, and space telescope. Let's look at some pictures. These are the spacecraft. Spacecraft. It's like aeroplane, but we don't see space aeroplane, so we call it spacecraft. You can't go to the space directly using the normal aeroplane. No, it can't do that. So we use the spacecraft. Yeah, it has that capacity to go there. That it has that capacity to break the Earth's gravitational, how do we call it, field, and gets there. Then these are the rockets, the space rockets, and these are the space telescopes. Space telescopes, and on it be called planets ne hɔ nom yɛ lanche wɔ hɔ nom a na yɛtwa photos na yɛamount bi wɔ asase so a na yɛtwa photos de kyerɛ yɛn wɔ fam ha. These are the uses of satellites. One is for studying and forecasting weather. The one they call it is able to tell the condition, the send signals for us to watch on the Earth. It is normally satellite companies and once one was station and one building, one was station, so one building formula. This is a multi-TV station. They have a big one mounted at their center, so that it's able to receive signals from the space. And with this, they are able to tell, okay, whether a basic. The same thing applies to communication purposes. These MTN people and these things, they are all by satellites. They are center of transmission. The amount at the new realm transmitted by Hanoma and one broadcast the amount post to do the reception of signals and those things. Then we also use it for research purposes by taking pictures and those things. Yeah, the artificial satellite is any money is that space telescopes now the chairman way and then they picture pictures in these ones. So for taking pictures. And they can also use it for defense purposes. Russia for Israel recently, Israel for mounted a idea. Say, America for the Palestine photo bomb say now it is able to automatically project the distance and prevent the missiles. I tell you, in the way satellites, they can be here. Right now, they can mount a satellite from America and monitor whatever is going on here in Ghana. Yeah. So if you plan of coming to attack them, they also know what to do. That is what is going on now. All right. So these are the differences. Natural form by man, artificial satellite by nature. Natural satellite controlled by human, and one is not controlled by human. Natural satellite is permanent. The artificial is temporal. So there is a date where artificial satellite will not function properly, where they have to remount another one. Yeah. Then normally we use artificial satellite for communication purposes. But natural satellite, no, we don't use that. All right. Good. So that ends today's lesson. If you have any question, let me know. Okay.